Hey guys, so it took me so long to get this last reading out, Libra, for October and November. I will do more readings this month. However, I'm just working out some mental things, and readings are not my priority right now. Readings for YouTube are not my priority right now, but I'm trying to keep them going anyway because I do enjoy it. Okay, so that was unnecessary to tell y'all. I don't know why I'm telling y'all. Anyway, let's get into your reading, Libra. Check any placement that you have for Libra in your chart, if you like. The first card that came out is Building Blocks. So I'm kind of starting this reading with your advice first, and then we'll unpack why this card is coming up. So I really hope you guys can hear me okay as well. Got my mic sitting on my leg. I was like, I'm not getting out of bed today, but I'll still do my reading. So I just moved everything over here. All right, so Building Blocks is the first card. It says strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. It's like this woman is standing on top of this building and all these blocks are coming down. And it almost looks like she's partially made of the blocks or something. It's kind of hard to tell. Anywho, it says the Oracle's message. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Let's go ahead and read the relationship message, and I'll tell you why after. When we see this card, know that you are attracting new relationships into your life and solidify the ones you already have by building them on the foundations of honesty, humility, clear communication, and genuine desire to get to know one another. You are moving toward laying the ground for a relationship with a firm footing that will ensure it can withstand any storm. Long-standing relationships are also repaired and strengthened. You and the other person are stronger, wiser, and more powerful together than apart. So I chose to read those two messages because the first one, obviously, well, not obviously. I don't know why I say that when things are not necessarily obvious. Anyway, the first one made me think of, oh, that makes perfect sense because Venus, your ruling sign, is in Capricorn right now, and people are getting very serious about their relationships. So let's go ahead and pull a few more cards about this and see what else is going on. What's going on with Libra when it comes to building blocks? Two cards out, Judgment and the Two of Cups. There's been some type of awakening. I feel like for a lot of you, you have an awakening about a relationship that you've already been in, and you're realizing this relationship is not going to work as it continues because the foundation that we built it on is not right. Regardless of how long the relationship is going, there could be a second chance. Some of you could be reconciling a relationship, like making up with an ex. That could be the time, like, okay, where someone in your past was actually a really good match for you. And maybe there were other factors that didn't allow it to work out. Some of you could be getting a second chance. It could also be with friendship. You could be refriending certain people, and these cards are coming out in twos. The High Priestess and the Seven of Wands came out. It's like, you understand the reasoning behind why someone was so defensive. Either you were defensive or they were defensive. It could have been like upbringing. Maybe some healing has taken place. Okay, these cards are spitting out for you, Libra. Somebody walked away from it too soon. This could also mean that you stayed in a relationship for too long. So if this is a relationship that you're realizing, whoa, there's a better connection out there for me. I'm going to start clarifying some of these cards too. Because I was just like baby shuffling and the cards just jumping. So, but with this here, I think you intuitively understand why someone either works so hard, why they're so diligent, why they're so defensive. They could be on edge or just have a lot of energy. They may even give you some anxiety. They may have had a lot of anxiety, but I feel like probably the past, and you just understand why they operate like that. You understand. That doesn't mean it's okay. Some of you were like, yeah, I see this and I get it, but I'm leaving. I can't do this. The Eight of Cups reverse can also be like staying in a situation that was unfulfilling for too long. I feel like it applies to both situations. That was the Ten of Swords that wanted to pop out, and I kind of caught it. Show me judgment, because I hadn't gotten my thoughts out right yet. I'm trying to fix this mic so that it doesn't like keep moving. Hopefully that's a good spot. Show me judgment. Thank you. Someone was weak-minded. I was trying to find another way to say it, and I just keep hearing weak-minded. Weak-minded. Say weak-minded. I'm like, okay, weak-minded with the Strength card in the reverse, and the Eight of Swords. Like fear-driven, allowing your fear, your anxiety to kind of keep you stuck. To not seek further explanation or understanding, just thinking, like having a limited perspective on something. And because you have fear and anxiety, the willpower, the strength, the courage is out of balance. It's not there. Show me Two of Cups. Thank you. Ten of Cups. I feel like it probably was a good relationship, and somebody messed it up due to some anxiety or some fear. This could have been you, Libra. It could have been it could have had the potential to last a really long time, to grow, and to have that fulfilling long-term happiness and growth. And you could be realizing, oh crap, that was the one that got away. I let my fear, my anxiety, my limited perspective stop me from allowing this to manifest. And let's look at this High Priestess and the Seven of Wands. High Priestess. Okay. We got Two of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So there was one situation where somebody had options, or they even thought they had options. They were trying to make new relationships, build other connections with other people, and kind of turn their back to this situation because they felt like somebody wasn't trying or they weren't making any progress. They weren't trying or just not moving. The Knight of Pentacles in the upright is already slow. So in the reverse, it's just like, I'm not moving, I'm not trying. Nope, I'm stubborn, I'm staying here. So somebody was like, okay, let me try to figure out how else I can make things work, make things shake. And that could have brought on some defensiveness. Like, because now you're frustrated because you feel like you have to do all this work by yourself. That could have brought on anxiety with the Moon card. There could have been signs, messages in the dreams. Predictions with the High Priestess and the Moon. I'm getting predictions. Maybe somebody was starting to get predictable. We have the Judgment and the Four of Wands. Somebody had a realization, an awakening, an understanding about some type of connection, a foundation of something within a relationship. It could be a good revelation. It could be a bad revelation. For some of you, you're realizing that you had a good connection with somebody in the past. For some of you, you're realizing that the connection that you have right now with somebody could be better, or that you have that connection with someone else and it's just not with this person. Or you could be realizing that your internal connection or foundation, something about yourself, you could be having some type of awakening within yourself and becoming more comfortable with who you are and expressing who you are, more balanced. Having more fun. You could be writing, whatever your form of self-expression is. You could be doing some type of creative writing, or this could be a new job, a new home, or significant of a home in general. But the Judgment card is out here twice. Somebody's having some deep reflections and revelations right now. And that makes sense because this is Scorpio season. It's shadow work season. Let's look at this Eight of Cups reverse. I wasn't expecting this part of the deck. Like, I have other decks I want to use, but we'll just wing it. The Star card. Yeah, I think somebody left this situation. If you left this situation early, you were like, I can't. I gotta go heal. This is not, it's not good for me. It's not healthy for me. I gotta heal. Or it's not allowing me to be myself. I can't. Like, there's a part of me that's yearning to come out. And maybe it came out in your dreams. Maybe you had active dreams and revelatory dreams. And then you'd wake up to the same thing with this person not trying, no action, no progress, and then you're just like, I'm just frustrated. Honestly, that's how that feels. With the Star card being here, you left to kind of go find yourself. You're like, I gotta go find myself. I gotta go do what's best for me. With the Star card, it's also another card of honest, authentic self-expression. You could be getting a lot of attention. Represents peace, healing, rejuvenation. You maybe realize that you needed a new job, a new home. You need to move to a new city. Like, you needed a more balanced surrounding or environment. Yeah, you needed a more balanced environment to allow your self-expression to come out. Something may have happened at night, or you maybe had this realization at night. I feel like it's in your dreams. I feel like there were messages in your dreams. All right, I'm going to pull my mini deck up. Actually, no, Spirit is saying leave it. All right, I'm going to leave it. So I was going to reuse it, but I literally have more decks over here that I can use. All right, let's pull some astrological oracle cards to see what else is going on with you, Libra. I'm like, this is interesting, which makes perfect sense. Venus is in Capricorn, so it's like whatever you realize right now, it's definitely going to come to a head if it hasn't right now. When Venus goes retrograde right around Christmas, right before Christmas, like the 20th, I believe, so the week of Christmas. And there's some other transit that happens on Christmas Eve or on Christmas Day. I can't remember. But it's going to stir some things up, okay? I saw Pluto, but it didn't come out. We got 4th house dealing with family. So if you're married, we got Ceres and 12th house dreams. Again, that 12th house card. New moon, setting some new intentions, initiating something. Let's look at Ceres first. Ceres is the mother. Okay, that makes sense because the 4th house is out too. Maybe you're a mother, or maybe you're learning something about your mother, about your family. Maybe there's a mother wound that's healing. It says nurturing, abundance, unconditional love, rage, grief, loss, beauty. It says when Ceres comes up in a reading, things are abundant in your life right now, and the potential for reaching your goals is at its peak. You just need to stay focused on the things that matter most to you. Don't let minor distractions get in the way of that or influence your decisions. You know what is best for you, even if it doesn't make sense to anyone else. You're going through a low emotional period. Do your best to appreciate the beauty in every day. Eat nourishing foods and make beautiful art. Go on walks and reconnect with nature. Spend time with your loved ones doing things that matter. Material items and overindulgence will not serve you right now. So avoid emotional binges. Okay. Yeah, so Ceres is like the way we approach health, fertility, and life changes is determined by Ceres as a response to trauma and how we grieve loss. So some of you are grieving something. Some of you, this is a relationship with a parent or family member. And you're healing a wound so that you can create your own family. Okay, it says, when she is well aspected, we go with the flow and things seem to come naturally to us. When she is not, we can be possessive, narcissistic, and needy. So check Ceres in your chart. Let's move on to 4th house, since this is right in line with that same energy, that mother energy, that Cancer energy with the 4th house. And this is also, like I said, the realm of family. So it may have something to do with your mother, your earthly mother, or whoever played that role for you or did not play that role for you. Childhood, family, home, roots, privacy, solitude. In this reading, it's about your roots. It's about your family, your DNA, your upbringing, your ancestors, your parents, your grandparents. Learn the stories that help you get in touch with where you came from. It can provide some insight to why things are the way they are. Maybe somebody's really bitter and defensive and hard to talk to or hard to approach. Like if you approach somebody like this and they look like they might beat you with a stick, you might like not deal with them. It could be someone in your family like that. And maybe you're all of a sudden understanding why they are the way they are. And it brings you to a place of acceptance. And then also realizing if that could be him, that could be so many other people. If you can realize that there's people in your family that you don't even understand their background or their personality, why they are the way they are. So it helps you kind of just be a little bit more compassionate. Maybe it sparks your own internal healing. It can also be about fixing up, cleaning, or decorating your home. Sometimes we scoff at things that are superficial, but we shouldn't overlook how beneficial these tasks can be to our mental health. Your home should be a place of security, not only security, but comfort. So maybe it's time for you to redecorate your home. And let's look at new moon. New moon is about, like I said, initiating something, the beginning of something. It's a new phase, a new cycle. Is where the subconscious and conscious mind share the same plane. This means you should focus on your aspirations and your emotional desires. If you plant the seeds, they shall grow. It's like a blank page. It's giving you a fresh start, a new beginning. And let's look at 12th house because there's some stuff. This is definitely pointing to the subconscious. So you could be understanding something that's been buried deep in your mind, maybe something that you thought you forgot about. And all of a sudden it's coming up for you to deal with it or work through it, unpack it. This is a very transformative and deep shadow work season in Scorpio season. So you'll have all of these revelation. I always say that word messed up. Revelations. And then Venus, or no. Like Scorpio season ends November 21st. Then like a month later, Venus goes retrograde. It's like all you can focus on is yourself and getting deeper with who you are. So everybody who's not aligned with you, it's just y'all are gonna do your separate soul searching. You understand? And there's some undoing, basically. There's lots of undoing, shadow work and undoing, unpacking. This is the realm of undoing, the house of undoing. It's karma, private secrets, hideaways, crisis, depression, illusion. You can be realizing that things or maybe it was a relationship you thought was balanced and you thought was happy, and that was an illusion. Maybe you were just blind and naive. You didn't have the strength to see things for what they truly were. It says if you're in a period of crisis or self-doubt, know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Allowing yourself to work through trauma and mental health struggles is the best gift you will ever give yourself. Ask for help often. Asking for help is often the hardest step, but you owe it to yourself to try. Someone close to you is going through a hard time and you aren't sure of how to help them. Just ask. It says if. Sometimes a quick "how are you" or "what can I do to help" is exactly what they need to hear. Do your best not to be judgmental or suggest ways that they can improve their situation unless you know they want the input. So yeah, like I said, basically everybody's going through this. It represents secrets, karma, an intense area of the birth chart that's often avoided by us on a conscious level. So everybody's going through these things. So it's just like holding space for one another. And it's like you can only really do that if you are healing yourself. If you resonate with how that feels to go through it. Let's get a Romance Angels card. Or yeah, let's go ahead and get a Romance Angels and then I'll pull some Kipper deck cards. Okay, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. I almost read strangers. Some of you are going to get help from strangers. Make sure you're not too defensive to allow help from strangers, but also just be discerning and don't allow any strange person to come into your life. But yeah, let others help you. Be open to others assisting you and helping you. And be open to the ways that may manifest, because it's not always what you think, and it's not always what you think you need. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Some of you are getting closer to having that ultimate love life that you desire, that you dream about. If you're not in a relationship, these internal transformations that you're having are helping you get there. Okay, so let's move on to the Kipper deck. Let's see who or what is around you. Okay, we got great fortune and pathway. I do feel like you're going to go down a journey. You're going to experience it. Never mind. I'm like, this is who or what is around you. Actually, one more, please. Thank you. Okay. So we got great fortune and pathway first. Great fortune is like the basically the best card in the deck. It represents something of great value. It can also represent like many and quantity of something. 35 pathway is about a journey. You can have a great distance. It's like searching for buried treasure. It's going to take you a really long time. It's going to take you maybe 1 to 2 years to complete this cycle. It could be some type of transit. It could be, there could be some type of transit or cycle that's going on in your life. If you're not on a website like The Pattern or Astromatrix is personally my favorite, I would look at that website and maybe look at Sarah's specifically in your chart. I'm curious to look myself. But over the next 2 years, there could be periods of growth and change and transformation that you experience, but it's going to bring you great fortune, either literally or metaphorically. So with pathway, it can represent any road, street, forest, nature. It can represent the slow growth of a partnership or long-term career planning. It does hint to 1 to 2 years. That's why I say that. It says that in this book. The destination can't quite be seen, but there is light. There is light. There is great fortune. And maybe some of you are just putting in some work. Maybe you're getting like marriage counseling. You're going to get marriage counseling for 2 years and it's going to change your life because you're in a bad situation right now. This could be a state of depression, needing to rest, needing a change, needing some type of rejuvenation, needing to care for oneself, needing to be in the bed. That's funny because I'm in the bed doing this reading. Somebody could be on bed rest. Some of you may have had a child. Some of you may have even had a child loss. And it could have disrupted your family, your happy relationship. There could be some healing that needs to take place, some grieving that needs to take place before you guys can move on. And then when you do move on, it's going to make you so much stronger. If that is the case, my condolences. So this says here, pathway is also a symbol for roads. I meant that. It can also mean 2 years patience. It can mean a long time, a couple of years. Stands for great distance. Okay, so let's look at great fortune. It represents triumph, wealth, good luck, happiness, and fruitfulness. It's a very positive card, the most enabling and powerful card. It's the goddess Fortuna. It says here, unexpected good luck is on the way. It intensifies positive cards and nullifies like the harmful effects of other cards. I think there is a desire to heal or to mend or to grow or to reconcile here. There's a higher understanding. So I feel like the operation, like no, parties are not operating out of the ego as maybe they normally would. It's a little more vulnerable. Let's say that. It relates to the timing of daylight or summertime. So something could have taken place in summertime or will take place by the next summertime. Take a chance on your opportunities. There could be a winning streak, or it indicates that you hope for improvement. It can also indicate new job matters or satisfaction from daily work. It also announces new perspectives and improvements in relationship matters. I do feel like it's one of those things like you're in therapy or in counseling for 2 years to do some healing, or maybe you're separated for 1 to 2 years and then you come back together because it's a bad situation right now. I didn't look at this card, but it just represents needing to take a breath, take a break. Could represent illness. It's something not doing so well, the health of something, the health of relationship, maybe one person's health, maybe somebody's in the hospital for 2 years, rehab for 2 years. It could be many, many things. It can mean rest, break, snap. So I do think it's a rest, a break. Maybe you part ways. Maybe someone's healing some type of addiction problems or depression or something like that for 2 years, and then you come back together. I mean, it's very possible. Let's look at bad health. The 8 of Swords showed itself, but it didn't come out. We got the 7 of Swords. There's somebody's trying to come up with a strategy, right? You're in this situation and they're trying to come up with a strategy to heal, to mend it, to get it together. Show me more about bad health. Thank you. With the 8 of Cups. Trying to strategize either their exit, how to move on from this bad health or addiction. It could be, yeah, because the 7 of Swords can be looked at like a shiesty energy, like trying to get away with something, scheming, plotting. So somebody's trying to move on from that energy. Leave that behind them. Show me pathway. Great fortune. Ace of Cups. There could be love. I think there's a new understanding of love and just self-love also that comes from that. New opportunities with love, new healthy connections and relationships, and also just inspiration. And yeah, I mean, even though Wands would technically be inspiration, and Judgment again. Yeah, somebody's having a period of awakenings over the next 2 years. And it's going to involve love, either your relationship with love, your emotions, your emotional wellness. Maybe someone's codependent, needy, or an overgiver. But yeah, there's a healing taking place over the next 2 year period for you, Libra. This is heavy. This is a lot. So best of luck to you. If you want a personal reading, you can connect with my link tree until anythingbutordinary.us is back up. I hope this reading helped you. Comment below. Connect with me on social media. You can check out Patreon for early and exclusive readings. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye, Libras.